शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ॐ काञ्चीवासाय विद्महे शान्तरूपाय धीमहि तन्नो चन्द्रशेखरेन्द्र प्रचोदयात्। Namaste. Welcome you all for the day 5 of the workshop on level 2 course in Astanga Yoga, workshop on the theory and practice of Pranayama. In this session, we are going to cover preliminaries of 3 important techniques, 2 energizing and 1 cooling, namely Bastrika and Kapalabhati, and finally Sheetali and Sheetkari Pranayama. So as usual, we shall start with the basic warming up postures. Lie on your back, fold both legs, stretch both arms up, neck at the center, chin towards the chest. Do the abdominal breathing. Inhale, abdominal cavity should expand. Exhale, abdominal cavity has to contract. Keep the heels closer to the hips. Press the feet. Now stretch your right leg up. Pull the knee cap, stretch the toes. Feel the stretch in the back of the thigh and the calf muscle. Down. Left leg up. Pull the knee cap, stretch the toes towards the knee. Press the right foot, tighten the back of the right thigh. Down. One more time. Right leg up. Pull the knee cap. Watch your breathing. Down. Left leg up. Feel the stretch all the way from hips to the heel. Down. Next one. Right leg up. Fold. Hold the knee. Press the knee closer to the chest. Stretch the toes. Tighten the back of both the thighs. Release right leg. Left leg up. Fold, hold the knee. Press the knee closer to the chest. Watch your hips and the lower back. Release left leg. Change. Right leg. Fold, hold the knee. So these are all preliminary postures which help us to sit comfortably for pranayama and other practices. Change. Watch your breathing. Down. The next one, right leg up, fold, hold the ankle joint, pull it, press the knee across the chest. Straight the toes, straighten the back of both the thighs. Release right leg, then left leg up, fold, hold the ankle joint, pull it, press the knee across the chest. Tighten the back of both the thighs. Down. One more time, right leg up, fold, hold the ankle joint from left hand, pull it from right hand, push the knee across the chest. It's a good stretch for the gluteal maximus muscle, and all these postures helps your lower back and the core muscles. Release right leg, change, left leg up, fold, hold the ankle joint, pull it, press the knee from the left hand. Watch your breathing. Release left leg. Now slowly get up from the right side. Keep a couple of blankets or a pillow to sit upright. The hips should be slightly at a higher position than the legs, so that you can sit upright. That's the idea. The trunk should be upright in all our practices of pranayama, and hold chin mudra with the tips of the thumb and index finger together. Rest of the three fingers just stretched. Palm should face upward, and wrists can be resting on your knee or on the legs, whatever is comfortable, but you have to sit upright. So now let us look at the practice of Bastrika. Why we should do it? What is Bastrika? What are its benefits? What are the varieties of Bastrika Pranayama? How to practice them? Okay. Bastrika means bellows. Bellows, it has a flexible membrane like this, and when you expand it, air gushes in, and when you compress it, air gushes out, thus flaming the fire. So Bastrika, actually it flames our energy inside. That's why these are all energizing pranayamas. It activates. So there are a lot of flexible membranes within us. We can use them to do this Bastrika Pranayama. We already seen one type of Bastrika Pranayama and why it should be done. For example, slow Bastrika Pranayama with a respiratory rate of about 6 per minute, which means about 4-second inhalation, 6-second exhalation, doing from the chest, what we called as thoracic breathing. In the second session, we have covered this. So this study shows that doing this slowly, 6 per minute helps a lot in boosting our parasympathetic nervous system. It has good implications in hypertension. There's another study which says that it strengthens the diaphragm, which is very, very important because this, you see the diaphragm there in the picture, that divides the chest cavity from the abdominal cavity, and this is one of the major muscle of breathing. So it strengthens the abdominal muscles also, increases exchange of oxygen carbon dioxide in the bloodstream, alleviates inflammation in the throat, reduces accumulation of phlegm, and balances and strengthens the nervous system. So that's why it is very, very important to practice. Another important thing is, you see this so-called VO2 max. Its impact, Bastrika Pranayama favorably impacts this VO2 max. This VO2 max is basically a measure of how much oxygen one can effectively use. This also defines the limits of cardiorespiratory system. It is in fact one of the good measures of cardiorespiratory fitness and is expressed in milliliters of oxygen used in 1 minute per kilogram of body weight. There are studies that has been done which they have compared the Nadi Shodhana or Anulom Vilom versus Bastrika. They conclude that both of them improve VO2 max. In fact, any good pranayama will improve our VO2 max, but Bastrika is very, very effective. So now there are varieties of Bastrika. Number one is this, where we use the diaphragm. You have to, we know that diaphragm contracts, flattens towards the abdomen, and air goes in, abdominal cavity expands, then diaphragm relaxes into the chest, presses the lungs, air comes out, abdominal cavity also contracts. This is regular, normal inhalation, exhalation. Now we are going to see how to do this little forcefully. You have to contract the diaphragm, push it down. Inhale rather quickly, forcefully, then contract the abdomen, expel the breath quickly, forcefully. This is what we are going to now see. Sit upright. This is the diaphragm. Diaphragm, you have to push the diaphragm. This is inside, okay? You have to push it down. Inhale quickly, forcefully. Contract the abdomen so the diaphragm pushes up and air gushes out quickly. So forced inhalation, forced exhalation, do it slowly, don't be too harsh, use gentle force, don't do too much. That is, we will limit ourselves to 10 rounds of Bastrika. Then you will just, when you stop that breathing, momentarily there is some sort of a small pause in the breathing, suspension of breath. It is called Kevala Kumbhaka. You will experience that when you do more number of cycles, but initially one has to be careful because these types of pranayama has to be done with care. Okay, I will show you a couple of things, a couple of cycles of breathing, then we will practice. Now, forcefully you should inhale by pushing the diaphragm down, abdominal cavity expands, then contract the abdomen, expel the breath quickly, forcefully. That is the procedure. We will do 10. After 10, try to experience that Kevala Kumbhaka. For a few seconds, There is no need for you to inhale or exhale or even forcefully retain the breath. Just experience that. When you sit for pranayama, you should be doing abdominal breathing. Please remember that. That is the starting step. Now we shall do Bastrika 10 cycles. Just relax and you should come back to slow inhalation, slow exhalation. We'll do 10 more cycles of Bastrika. You have to push the diaphragm, forcefully inhale, contract the abdomen, forcefully exhale, 10 cycles and then relax. Be seated upright. For a few seconds you can experience Kevala Kumbhaka. Okay. We will look at the second variety of Bastrika. The second variety of Bastrika is we just use the chest as the bellows. In the first variety we use diaphragm as bellows. In the second variety we use the chest, rather the lungs. Lungs also can work as bellows. That's what we are going to do. You have to inhale slowly, of course, or rather normally. Inhale maybe 4 seconds inhalation. Allow the chest to expand. Abdomen as neutral as possible. Then contract the muscles of the chest and the lungs and expel the breath quickly, forcefully. That is the procedure. In doing all these things, be slow, don't be in a hurry, don't go for too many numbers in the beginning. We'll do this. You have to sit upright. First, slow inhalation into the chest, allow the lungs to expand fully, then contract the intercostal muscles, that are the muscles of the ribs and the muscles of the chest and the lungs, expel the breath forcefully. Repeat only for 10 times. People who have hernia or any other breathing problems or any other heart related issues, please restrain from doing these things. You have to practice with proper medical advice and under a competent teacher. You have to slowly inhale and then forcefully exhale. We'll do 10 times. Be relaxed. So all these things, first thing this Bastrika or Kapalabhati do is they provide nice massaging effect to the abdominal organs, and this particular thing for the chest and the uh, cardiac muscles. They help to keep the lungs healthy, to clear them of the phlegm, but you should be careful. You cannot forcefully exert yourself, do multiple cycles to begin with. Please don't do that. Now we'll look at one more variety of Bastrika. So this is the thing, Bastrika. Number 3 is also called as Mukha Bastrika, because as you can see, you have to forcefully inhale through the nostrils, allowing the lungs and the abdomen to expand, diaphragm to move down. Then you have to contract the diaphragm and chest together and expel the breath forcefully through the nostrils. Okay, you can see in the diagram the where all we have to apply the force. Okay, this is called Mukha Bastrika, and we will look at how to practice this now. Sit upright. So here it is as if you are sucking the air through the nostrils, allowing the chest and abdomen to expand, then contract abdomen and chest, lungs all together. Expel the breath quickly, forcefully. Do for 10 cycles, then experience, if possible, the duration of Kevala Kumbhaka. Because when you breathe forcefully, the oxygen level in the blood increases momentarily. Then the brain feels that there is no immediate need for inhalation. Therefore, there is a sort of a pause. It's a very nice, deep, calming experience called Kevala Kumbhaka, where there is neither a need for inhalation nor exhalation nor forceful retention of the breath. Experience that it can be for few seconds, like 3 4 seconds, doesn't matter. There's a great feeling. After that, take deep slow inhalation, then hold the breath comfortably for 3 to 4 seconds, then slowly exhale. This method has been studied. I showed you, it has been reported to have very good effect on our autonomic nervous system. I repeat the procedure. Inhale quickly, forcefully through the nose, then contract the abdomen and chest. Expel the breath quickly, forcefully. Do for 10 cycles. If possible, experience that Kevala Kumbhaka for first 3 4 seconds. Then slowly inhale. Take deep, slow inhalation. Because when you do this forceful breathing, your capacity to inhale also improves. After you inhale, hold the breath for comfortably 3 to 4 seconds, then slowly exhale. Then come back to abdominal breathing. Sit upright. Only 10 cycles. We will start now. be relaxed. In any of this forced breathing, that's why we are restraining it to in the level 2 course. This is only basic pranayama. Only 10 is in general is safe. If you do more, it has some benefits, but beginners may find it difficult, and some people may feel dizziness, etc. if they do more. So it has to be slowly practiced. You have to condition your system. So please don't be in a hurry. A systematic practice is very, very important. We'll do 10 more cycles. You have to inhale forcefully, exhale forcefully, then experience Kevala Kumbhaka for 3 to 4 seconds. After you do 10 cycles, then slow deep inhalation, hold the breath for 3 to 4 seconds, then slowly exhale. Start now. Slowly open your eyes. Now these are the 3 varieties of Bastrika, but please be careful. There is a journal paper that is from the Journal of Chest. There is a case reported where excessive doing has led to something called as spontaneous pneumothorax, which means the lungs simply collapse. It is like heart attack. So please be careful while doing this forced inhalation exhalation. Limit yourself. 10 is rather safe. Then slowly increase it to 15, 20, but limit it. Doing about 20 times is good enough. Take a break and then repeat some 3 sets or so. That is good enough. The research also shows that this safe way you should adopt. Now let us look at Kapalabhati. Kapala means skull shining. It doesn't mean the skull becomes shining. It simply means that doing this Kapalabhati improves the circulation of what is called as the cerebrospinal fluid. It circulates all through spine into the brain, as you can see in the sketch, and this keeps the cortex healthy. That's why the Kapala shines, means it keeps the cortex healthy. Yes, it has good benefits, Kapalabhati. Studies show that significant effect in burning body fat, significant effect on lean body mass, and on body water content. It becomes healthy. Then basal metabolic rate also improves. So the zero figure, yes, Kapalabhati helps. but please practice with understanding, respecting your mind, body, comfort, feel. Then there is another interesting study which shows that it helps in reducing the body mass index and also the abdominal skin fold. What is the procedure? Procedure is the following. This is simpler than Bastrika. Here, first do abdominal breathing, then contract the abdominal muscles, expel the breath, then simply relax, air automatically gets in. Kapalabhati is forced inhalation, forced exhalation. Sorry, Bastrika is forced inhalation, forced exhalation. Kapalabhati is forced exhalation, automatic inhalation. We will see that. Sit upright, do gentle breathing. Once you get used to it, you can simply close your eyes and practice all these breathings. Now we are going to do Kapalabhati. In Kapalabhati, it is simpler than Bastrika. Bastrika inhalation is also forceful, exhalation is also forceful. In Kapalabhati, exhalation is forceful by contracting the abdomen. You have to expel the breath. Then simply relax the abdomen, air automatically goes in. We'll do 10 cycles and then relax. Be relaxed. So when you do Kapalabhati also, one can experience that Kevala Kumbhaka, but for that the number of cycles has to be a little more, but don't get into number of cycles too much in the beginning itself. You have to respect the feel good for your body, mind, and then do these practices. We'll do this time another 10 cycles. You have to contract the abdomen, expel the breath, relax the abdomen, air automatically goes in. Be relaxed. And after doing this fast breathing, you must do slow abdominal breathing at least for 5 minutes. Please note this. Don't simply do this fast breathing and end your pranayama practice. Pranayama practice you should always end with slow abdominal breathing. We have already discussed the effects of 6 breaths per minute. I recommend you should do this 6 breaths per minute. That is the way how you should conclude the pranayama practice, especially if you are doing forced breathing like Bastrika and Kapalabhati. If you are doing Nadi Shodhana and other relaxatory breathing exercises, then there is nothing to worry. So now we will look at another pranayama called Sheetali and Sheetkari. These are slow, cooling breathing. That's why I have put it towards the end. We will look at that. Sheetali and Sheetkari, Simplest technique is you have to inhale through the mouth, exhale through the nose. I think the diagram depicts the path properly. These are all called cooling pranayamas. Not necessarily that they bring down the temperature, it is not like that, but they cool our system in the sense they boost the parasympathetic nervous system which cools us. There are two varieties, Sheetali and Sheetkari. We will see the difference. This is normally one should do this in the early morning when the air is not polluted because we are inhaling through the mouth. When inhaling through nose, there are a lot of other protective mechanisms to condition the air. That will be missing here. So don't do it in a polluted environment. This is one of the studies that shows that this Sheetali Pranayama is of great help in regulating the blood pressure. This is very, very important. So practice of this can be done for 5 to 8 minutes. There are two varieties. This is the thing. Number one, you see the right side chair. You have to curl the tongue into shape of a straw. Open the lips, curl the tongue, slightly protrude the tongue and slowly inhale the breath as if you are taking the air through the straw. You have to fold the lung like a straw. Inhale slowly. 4 seconds inhalation, good enough. Then withdraw the tongue, close the lips, exhale through the nose slowly. That is one cycle of Sheetali Pranayama. For many people this is difficult. Curling the tongue apparently is not possible for many people. What they can do is just relax the tongue. As you can see in the left side picture, very slightly open the lips. Don't open the jaw. Very slightly open the lips. Inhale through the mouth. Close the lips. Exhale through the nose. Again this also 4 seconds inhalation, 6 second exhalation. Abdominal breathing is recommended because it also helps the system to relax. We shall practice Sheetali and then Sheetkari. You have to sit upright. In the first method, that is Sheetali Pranayama, first you have to open the mouth, protrude the tongue slightly, swirl it into the shape of a straw, then close the lips. If I may show you from a closer view, like that. Then slowly inhale, withdraw the tongue, close your lips, exhale through the nose. Okay? We will do 4 seconds inhalation, 6 second exhalation, abdominal breathing, maybe 2 to 3 minutes. We will play the same audio file which gives the timing of 4 seconds with Om Namah Shivaya and 6 seconds with Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, and including the intermediary pauses between inhalation, exhalation, inhalation. So first, Sheetali Pranayama. We'll start now. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Be relaxed. Now we will do Sheetkari Pranayama. Here we open the lips very slightly, keep the tongue relaxed, slowly inhale through the mouth, close the lips, exhale through the nose. Again, 6 breaths per minute. We use the same abdominal breathing, which further helps our cardiovascular system. We shall start now. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Slowly open your eyes. So today we conclude our 5-day workshop on basics of the theory and practice of pranayama. Whatever we have covered in these basics is good enough. You can gradually improve. We will try to look at more advanced practices sometime later. But you must understand that only forced breathing, what you have done, Bastrika and Kapalabhati, have some restrictions. It is not that everybody can do that. Healthy individuals can do, no problem. But in case there are any issues, you have to do slowly. Doing about 10 cycles is safe. That's why we are limited to that. And then you have to gradually improve. And pranayama is a very, very powerful technique which has a lot of impact on our well-being holistically, physical, psychological, emotional, spiritual as well. Thank you all for your participation. Namaste. Take a deep breath. Yogena chittasya padena vacham malam sharirasya cha vaidyakena yopakarottam pravaram muninam patanjalim pranjaliranatosmi Hari Om. Shri Krishna Arpanamastu Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Shubhamastu.